Hey y'all, and welcome back to another video by UmbrasDarkness. In today's video we have a few things that we're going to cover. One, we have the 1700 subscriber giveaway to announce. Two, we have the 1800 subscriber code word to give away. And then three, we have this update to cover. So there's a lot of things to cover. But first I want to explain where I am and how I'm doing. I've fully recovered from COVID. Thank you guys for all the well wishes. I'm doing 100 times better. No residual side effects. I got pretty lucky. However, I did get removed as content creator and as mod in Discord for asking you guys to request for one more Banshee Panda. I talked to a fairy about it, and their response was, if you want it so bad, you should just buy it again. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. If you guys wouldn't mind, continue to spam the fairies, continue to spam those Discord moderators that I'm no longer one of. Continue to spam those line moderators and say, hey, he deserves one more on his alt. This may come up later in the game, so I just want to express this is my main account that we're on right now. My alt account is the one that got stolen. So my main account, that's why these ants are way more developed. Alright, great. So, next thing that we're going to get into is the update. And somewhere in there, I'll come up with the code word for 1800 subscribers and put it in the description and all that other stuff. First off, I just want to say they finally did it, you guys. One, the maintenance period was an hour, even though they scheduled 4 hours. Awesome. Two, 3 tertiary eggs. Man, oh man. Humdiddly-ah. They did a great job there. I'm very proud of them, very happy with them. Super proud of how they did it and all that other jazz. I think that they knocked that out of the park. I'm very impressed with them. The rest of the stuff doesn't matter to me. 3 tertiary eggs. That's, you know, 10% of a chance to pull an orange shell. I think that that's excellent. I think that's a great balance. Very impressed with him. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. Added new unit decoration system. Added chat bubble decoration system. Okay. I am hopefully going to like this. So let's talk about where these are located, as I just found out myself. So if you go in here, you go to skin. You can see March unit and chat right here. The chat obviously can turn on King exclusive versus regular, so I think that's pretty cool for the Kings that just want to talk and not look all fancy. I kind of like that, right? I know that some people really like the red pop, but I've talked to some Kings that are like, it makes people not want to talk to me. It's not enjoyable, especially when I'm just chatting in Alliance chat, to have the red pop, so I can understand that. I'm glad they gave it an option. This one, I don't see a way that this buffs the player. I don't see a way that this is whatever. This looks like a purely cosmetic thing, which we'll probably get as a free-to-play player from doing an event, right? It's not in the game yet, but they added this in. I assume it's going to be an event. If we go to build, we go to ornaments, and we look at all the new ornaments that are available. There's like this Christmassy one right here, Xmas Snowman. And Xmas Caroline, I kind of think that those are all going to go with it, right? So you have these ones from the desert, obviously. And then you have this one, doesn't say where you can get it from, might be the next battle pass. This one's the same way. And then this one also doesn't tell you where it's going to get it from. But this one is unique, so I am very happy with the chat bubble. I think that that's great. What I am very nervous about, and I am sure all of you guys are probably aware of this, default March unit versus a skinned March unit. I think it's going to give your units a buff. I think it's going to be stupid. I think it's going to be required. And like, what's going to end up happening is you're going to have to wear a Christmas March unit out until July because it's the best one out of the next 4 that they release, and it gives the best buff. And I hope at the very least it turns into this one where it doesn't matter which skin is applied to your anthill. You get the benefit of every single solitary skin at all times. But I really hope that this is just for purely cosmetics. There's no buffs applied, but it says a buff right here. I don't know. I'm really hoping, this says no buff too. I'm really hoping that the chat bubble doesn't add a buff, but I'm gonna be honest, you guys, knowing these developers, we're gonna end up having a snowman in our chat bubble for, you know, 7 months because it gives a buff of something. I don't know. I just, that's a little bit frustrating, a little bit upsetting that precursor is already in the game. Alright, added special ants, star up system for special ants to break through their bottleneck. I'm sure you guys, this is the #1 reason that you guys wanted to come here, so let's get into that. Special ants. First off, high five to the developers. Good job. I'm very proud of them for not just making it all the exact same. They all are different. The first skill is all the same, but other than that, they're all different. I think that's really cool. Very happy with them. Little bit disappointed that none of the development ants get boosted. I was kind of hoping that the development ants, right, if we scroll into here, would get some form of boost because they've been talking about going to Queen 30 and like getting a boost to Archerous Glider, getting a boost to Urchin Ant, getting a boost to Giant Destructor would be huge. Like Giant Destructor, Honeydew is always a bottleneck now because of all the new features. Urchin Ant with T10s coming out getting a boost would have been interesting and cool. And Archerous Glider, obviously the most pay-to-win ant that is out there, or was out there originally. Now we have the combat ants that are even more pay-to-win. But this one getting a boost would have been cool. So I just a little bit disappointed that the development ants didn't get anything, but let's get into the combat ants. So first off, high five to the developers. I think that's really cool that, you know, this one increases the amount of damage that's done, but then if I go to watch this one be damage increase. Nope, this one increases 41% chance to deal the amount of damage. So I really think that it's cool that the stars are not the same. They don't all just increase damage. Some of them increase percent chance and stuff like that. All that being said, I'm sure you guys are like, what's the best ant to invest in? Where am I spending all this money? Blah, 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 blah. All right, one sec. All right, you guys. Courteous of the Nerd Herd, as always. One of whom has their own channel, Stan. He's probably going to release a video about the new system, all that other jazz. This is his spreadsheet, inspired by another member of the Nerd Herd that made the original spreadsheet. So value to both of them. Anyways, so you have skill 1's average damage, skill 2, skill 3, total damage, total 8 rounds. As we can see here, this is the original chart. If we scroll over, this is for the star investment chart. Brown Rogue is now the best, which makes sense because each copy of Brown Rogue is $500. So if you ever get hit by a Brown Rogue that's fully invested, know that that's already $1,000. And now with this new dupe system, if they have 1 star on the Brown Rogue, that's $1,500. They probably deserve to win. You know, they wanted to spend $1,500 on this game in order to have us pretty in. So it makes sense that it's the highest DPS. $1,500 should do that. You know what I mean? Venom, Golden Venom is the next best. This is kind of expected, but also I would like to point out that Banshee Panda's not up here, but Banshee Panda, which is way down here, also doesn't do damage, right? It's the other skills that you would really like, right? So don't just take this as, you know, whatever. I will talk about a little bit more theory crafting in a moment. But, so Golden Venom, the unfortunate part is you could only get 1 copy from the 30 days that it was in the shop, right? Real quick at the shop, I think it has 1 day left, 2 days left, right? So you can't really get it anymore from the shop, right? So you can't really get it from the shop. So this means that Golden Venom's not really going to be useful in this regard, right? With this adjusted new average until 3 months from now when it's back in the shop, right? Because we have to assume Dark Hercules is going to be next, or Black Cancer, whichever one's not available, right, for Guardians. Then Banshee Panda is going to show back up, and then Golden Venom. So there's 2 months that it'll be out of rotation, and then it'll take about another month of buying him in order to get that third shell, right? Because the second shell that you get at VIP 15 will have to be there. So Golden Venom's going to be limited and is now, you know, a $300 ant, right? If you want to get him and all that other jazz. So that's crazy to me. Shikari Master is the best DPS again. It makes sense that Shikari Master as a carrier is the most, because carriers are low damage compared to shooters, so it makes sense that the special ant has to do more damage than a shooter. But Golden Armor is now the best free-to-play ant. As you can see, Golden Armor is above Jack Jumper by, you know, 500-600 damage on average. So Golden Armor is who I would recommend the average player invest into for it. And then Jack Jumper if you're like, I'd rather have range. But personally, I'll be investing in Golden Armor. Bullet makes a surprising DPS improve here. Now, Reap Master is super below here. He got the short end of the stick, so how I showed, like, some of them increased percent chances and some of them increased damage. Reap Master got a lot of the percent chance increase, which does not affect the overall total damage and stuff like that very well. So that's really unfortunate for Reap Master users. However, his skill 6 is very good and is not reflected in this chart very well. But the skill 6 increased damage to by shooters is very good, very solid, and would be the reason that I would invest in Reap Master as #1 over shooters. So the reason that I'm recommending investing into your DPS of Shikari, Golden Venom if you want to wait 3 months, and Golden Armor is for this reason. PvP relies on the other server being stupid and taking a lot of the squirter without being high in damage, or like without being one of their top players. And stuff like that. So I don't think that it is reasonable to invest so much into a PvP ant like Dark Giant or Panda. I think it is significantly more reasonable to invest into something where you can, for the most part, control, and that's Groundhog, which is why the average DPS is so important, and the peak DPS is so important, and that's why 8-round total damage matters, right? Because Groundhog is 8 rounds no matter what, because it doesn't hit back. So for that reason, I really recommend you invest into ants. For me, I'm going to be investing into Golden Armor unless I get really lucky with the Shikari. I still only have 1 copy. I can't see Golden Venom being the ant that you invest into right away unless they change the pay-to-win shop and how they do ants sometime in the near future, which I can see the whales losing their mind about and saying they need to change the shop, right? There were a lot of people that didn't get their dupe Banshee Panda, had to buy it from VIP 8, so they're in the same spot as the Golden Venom users and stuff like that. And there's no one that's not going to spend the money to get the new materials that has a Golden Venom. So as a free-to-play player, if you're a carrier main and you get super lucky and have 3 copies of Shikari Master, right, skill 1, skill 6, and then a dupe for a 1st star, I'd do Shikari Master, and then if you're not that lucky, I'd do Golden Armor. It's the people's ant. And as a shooter main, I would either do Golden Armor or Reap Master. It's going to be the best investment. Reap Master, you won't see the payout as soon as you will Golden Armor. So I may recommend the Golden Armor investment. That being said, I would recommend as a light spender or free-to-play player getting 3 ants, skill 1, and skill 2 before I would get 1 ant maxed. But I would get 1 ant maxed before I got more ants higher than skill 2, if that makes sense. With that being said, we did have 1 sacrificial goat go ahead and get 1 star already, so I'm going to show you the cost for a 2-star real quick. So, as we can see here, to go from star 1 to 2-star, it no longer requires a dupe, right? So, part of me thinks that skill 6, because that already requires a dupe and has to have it, will require another dupe, and part of me thinks that they realize that that would be ridiculous because Brown Rogue is already turning into a $1,500 ant, Golden Venom $300 ant. So we'll see as more whales invest into this system. The other point to point out is that it jumps to 15.8 million experience. Just to put that into perspective, in order to get the 1st star, it is only 5.4 million experience. Another part to point out is that it did take 3 golden shells the entire time, right? Instead of a dupe, it's just 3 generic orange shells. I think that that's fine. You get 2 to 3 orange shells a week, and if you're at the point of your starring up, you already have maxed marches, which brings me into the next point. I would much rather max another special ant I'm going to use. Right, so as a carrier main, I'd much rather max my ET, who's missing skill 6 and skill 8, over getting a star on these on any special ant, right? I'd much rather max my Shikari Master, who's not currently in a formation, which is missing skill 6, right? So if I get a dupe of Shikari Master, I'm going to invest it in here. So I think that that's really important to note. It is also important to note that I've done hits on these units and they have gained experience. So it's not just QE to get the experience. You do get experience from hunting with wild creatures. This means that it's no longer irrelevant to hit insects with level 50 ants. It means you no longer have to change out your orange ants on Special Ant Day just to continue to get points from special ants gaining experience. So I really like that change. I think that that's very generous of them. They could have made it purely QE and they didn't, so I'm very happy with that. Okay, I think that that covers my stances on the new Star Up system. If you have any questions, please find me on Discord. If you want that chart, because I know I'm going to get like 20 questions of it, I'm going to send you a link to the official Discord that I have set up, my official Discord, and you can ask Stan, or check our useful charts and links, because it's not mine. It's Stan's. It's not my right to give away. It's not my permission to give away, and I will not steal intellectual property like other content creators have. I won't do that. So please ask the appropriate person or come to my channel and look at the information where it has been published. It is not fair for me to take the credit. It is not my information. I am not that much of a number person. All right, great. Let's look at the rest of this update real quick. Gene-related missions are added to Strongest Warzone Colony Action on Friday. Makes sense. They're just going to do that with every special or with every day. I really don't like this. I really think that all of them should be added to Mondays, because in case you were not aware, once you max all of your buildings, you just miss out on 7,000 creature remains a week, which is, you know, $200, right? So $250 with the creature remains. So I really do not like this. I really wish that they would add these all on Monday. Some scenes in the game are replaced with Christmas atmosphere scenes. I don't like this. I do not like that they point out Christmas. I am a practicing Christian. I believe in Christmas for the entire reason. And I know that there are people that celebrate Christmas that don't. And I still don't like this. I think it's very selfish. because there are people and friends that practice other religions that celebrate holidays during this time. That being said, the code word is going to be happy holidays, because I think that's appropriate. It's not because I'm being disrespectful to those that celebrate Christmas like myself. It's because I would like to be respectful to the other 24 holidays that happen in the month of December leading up to Christmas. I really think that they could have changed some of these decorations. I like the snow, I like the winter theme, right? But you already got some Christmassy decorations here. Then you have the Christmas that pops up there. You got the wreath over there. You got the Christmas tree up here. Like Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. 24 other holidays happen leading up to Christmas. Why is Christmas the only thing getting celebrated? It rubs me the wrong way. I don't enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, decorations, beautiful. They did an excellent job. They'll always do an excellent job on decorations. It's part of what causes pay-to-win players to continue to spend. It makes sense. Speaking of pay-to-win players, I am down to only spending, I don't have the light contract anymore, I am down to only spending $1 a week on this game. It has become way too pay-to-win for me. That being said, I do have Patreon members that have said that they may buy me some packs in the shop, and if they do that, then I'll spend the money that they tell me to spend on the packs they tell me to spend, right? And that'll be a whole another YouTube video if they end up doing that. But anyways, hey y'all, quick edit. I was editing my video and I saw I didn't really mention it. First off, how to invest in the Special Ant Star Up system is purely speculation. It may turn out, as we saw, the new item is 5 for to get to 1 star, 7 to get to 2 stars. So it may be that it's prohibitively expensive to get up to 8 stars, and just not reasonable. And then it's better to just have all your Special Ants 1 and 2 star, and just But baseline recognition based off of damage and stuff like that. Assuming that the new material isn't overly expensive, it should be 1 and 2 star, 3 ants. I recommend your Groundhog team, and then 8 star 1 ant, 8 star 2 ant, 8 star 3 ant. I also wanted to take this a second real quick to talk about the shop. So not only do I think they need to fix this, especially with the addition, but the only way to buy the new monthly limited special bonus exotic shells is 15 or 5 here for 15 USD. There's no other pack for it. That's pretty interesting to me. I assume that there will be a special on Thursday that covers it, but already 5, and then the next level is going to be 7, so that's pretty interesting to me. The next thing that's interesting to me is that they are going to be for sale in the VIP shop. I would like to mention that the VIP store, you can't look at it or anything like that right now, but 1 purple shell was the most that was sold in there, so I kind of expect only 1 exotic shell to be in there. So for a free-to-play player like myself, it's going to take me 5 weeks just to get the first ant skill 1 down. So it's not something that's going to happen super fast for anyone that's not like a super pay-to-win player. At the end of the day, just remember it's a game, right? There's a bunch of features that are super pay-to-win. Don't go in debt. Don't drown yourself in order to keep up with other players. The rate at which this game is going, it's killing off its player base. I've had multiple people in my private Discord and watched many people in the official Discord quit over this release, and I don't see more updates going better. This update is the most selfish update that I could imagine. Halloween was bad. Thanksgiving was rough. This is woof. So I just want to add in a couple of those things in there. I'm sure that there's a lot of stuff in here where you guys want to critique. Please, again, comments down below. Helps the algorithm anyways, so, you know, haters gonna hate. Feel free to hate in my comments section, or, you know, join the official UmbrasDarkness gaming channel, and we can talk in there. Yeah, back to the original recording. I really don't like that it is Christmas only. I wish they would have said holiday themed, and I wish they would have, I don't know. Like, I don't know much about the other religions. I don't know much about the other holidays that are celebrated, but like, I know there's 8 candles in Hanukkah, right? So like, maybe put some candles up here, maybe put some like an 8 candle thing going on with here, or maybe with one of the squirters, or just something, man. Like, Christianity is a large part of the world, and I get that, but anyways. Yep, going into rambles. Sorry about that. It just really bothers me. Fixed an issue with that an error was displayed in battle reports if challenge failed in Duel of Queens. Great, love fixing that. Fixed the issue of Duel of Queens. Rank required promote was reached, but the rank was not promoted normally. Great, love that they fixed a bug. Fixed an issue where opponent ranking and rivals list was displayed abnormally in Duel of Queens. Great, I never experienced any of these glitches. Glad they fixed them. Fixed issue report to attributes and building bonuses in battle report. Great. I've never paid attention to a battle report enough. I just know that I am the 2nd or 3rd strongest on the server, and I win against the people I expect to win against, and I lose against the people I expect to lose against. Never had an issue. I don't check that much. Fixed an issue that the lost HP shown in battle settlement. Yep. Great. Bunch of bug fixes. Glad that they fixed them. Happy that the gaming experience is better. Again, the keyword is going to be Happy Holidays. I should be making another video before Christmas, but there, again, are other holidays in this month, and they should all be celebrated. So please, Happy Holidays is going to be the code word in order to enter in for 1,800 subscribers. Please don't forget that you must be a subscriber in order to collect on the prize. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys liked my take on it. I hope that the data sheet was useful. Again, I will talk to Stan about publishing the data in my official Discord, so that way other people have access to it. But please join the official Discord, talk to Stan, and get him to share the data. It's not my intellectual property to do with more than just share on the screen. I'm not a thief. Anyways, with all that being said, sorry about the rambles. I'm really good at them. I think it's why half of you guys stick around is because you like my emotional rambles. We will be pulling the 1,700 subscriber giveaway winner. Yeah. Alright, you guys, you know how we do what we do when we do it around here, right? I think that sentence made sense to you guys as much as it made sense to me. But we're going to do this the same way we do every other random comment driver. We're going to right-click copy so that way you guys can see that I'm clearly copying the YouTube URL for the video that was the video, right? We don't do any conspiracy theories around here. Not that it's bad to believe in conspiracy theories. Another ramble for another day. I just want you guys to see that I'm an honest person, because seeing is believing. Again, filter duplicate users. You only get one chance to enter. Include replies to comment. I don't care where you guys comment the keyword. I just care you comment the keyword. Filter comments based on specific text. Sweet. We're going to go down here. We're going to click here. There's like a glitch. I don't know. Keyword, one more. So we're going to right-click, copy this one. So that way anyone could have used the exact code word that I told them to. Paste right here. Get YouTube comments. 45 comments. Looks like the buzz of me is going down. Whatever will I do? Anyways, sorry. Trying to be funny. I don't know. Start the raffle. Zachary Lions. Lions. COVID is rough. I hope you feel better and you get one more Banshee Panda. Thank you, Zachary. I wish I would have gotten one more Banshee Panda. I do feel 100 times better from COVID. My wife feels 100 times better. Thankfully, my son never got it. He does wish he could go back to school, but he's still in his 10 days of additional quarantine because he never got COVID. Don't ask me how it works. I'm not here. I just follow the rules. Please, Zachary, I hope you're a YouTube subscriber. Find me on Discord. You can find the link of the Discord in the description below. Again, the code word for 1,800 subscribers, because you guys, we are at 1,800 subscribers. We're almost at 1,900, right? We're at 1,800 subscribers. Code word again is Happy Holidays. Please, there's no discrimination here. Happy Holidays to everyone. I hope everyone has a blessed holiday for whatever you celebrate. I think that's really important to strive to enjoy and encourage people to enjoy everything of what they choose to enjoy in their life. All right, sweet. Good talk. Sorry for the rambles about it again. It's just a really rough topic for me. It frustrates me a lot. Anyways, thank you guys. I enjoy making the YouTube videos. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here anymore. Please don't think I'm forcing them. I actually enjoy them. You guys rock for it. If you guys are curious what's going on, where I'm at, what my thoughts are about anything, you can find me on the Discord. You can message me at YouTube. Those comments are limited. I'm not reading them as much as I used to. I'm more in the Discord. I'm trying to get that rank 1 spot back, right, for #1 commenter on the Discord. You can message me online, or worst case scenario, like I always say, you can catch me on server 174. I'm not going nowhere. Until next time, you guys, stay humble, stay happy, stay hungry. Bye, y'all.